We're changing that right here between the Defense Department and the VA, ensuring that when we serve those who raise their right hand, we train them, we equip them, we prepare them, we turn them into warfighters. That's our job.
Everybody's glad to be here. I can't wait for what was going on here. Well, I got my good friend Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense and Secretary of VA. This is an historic day. This is a time in which we are acknowledging that from the time you come in till the time you're laid to rest for the VA, for those who get to participate, we're together in this. We believe that Americans who raise that right hand and serve deserve a Department of Defense and a VA that are in tandem looking out for their best needs from the moment they come in to the moment we get them in the VA. This memorandum of understanding is going to make sure continuity of health care, looking at how we work together, how our workforce development, how our transition programs, and I can't think of a better partner, Pete, in looking at this. We've talked about this. This is a statement for all of us, our department and your department. I can't wait to continue this partnership, and I'm so glad that we're here to do this.
Well, I feel the same way. And I'll tell you, it's surprising to me that this is not the way.
Exactly.
Right? And it took a couple of guys, both serving in uniform, who've known each other for years, now in charge of these two great departments, who sort of looked at each other from day one and said, we better work together. Exactly. We serve the same constituency of great Americans along the entire continuum.
Yep.
And it's a shame that for far too many years, that pipeline, there's been a disconnect.
Yep.
And there hasn't been full cooperation. So we're changing that right here between the Defense Department and the VA, ensuring that when we serve those who raise their right hand, we train them, we equip them, we prepare them, we turn them into warfighters. That's our job at DoD. But then when they move into the civilian world, that transition happens properly, carefully, thoughtfully, so that we follow through on the promise of what they deserve. But then also on the operational side, a lot of people don't understand the extent to which the VA plays a critical role, especially in healthcare.
Right.
And so our healthcare systems working together, workforce, finding ways to collaborate, those are all just really important aspects. When we sign today in this memorandum of understanding, solidifying that partnership, getting our staffs to work on finding new ways to work together. If there's legislation we need to suggest, whatever it is, but we're doing this because of the men and women that wear the uniform. And I know that's what motivates you, it's what motivates me. So it's an honor to be here at the VA with you, solidifying this partnership.
Well, it's going to be, and I think that's the one thing to let it known, is both our departments now coming from the top. This is a secretary level that each department is going to know that this is a priority of us. This is no longer us against them. It's no longer government against government. How many times have we seen that, Pete?
I mean,
we're not doing that. And this is for the DoD and VA. We're together in this to make sure that we happen, so that also from another perspective is resource allocation. You and I both have to, we're both entrusted by the president to make sure we're doing our jobs efficiently.
Yeah. And
making sure we're spending the money properly. This is going to give us the ability to do that. And just continuous service. Our veterans deserve it, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, this started with conversations at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then a lunch we had a couple of weeks ago over at the Pentagon.
Yep.
And we said, let's do this right away over at your house.
Yep.
And so now we're over here, and we're just going to continue on that. And it's an honor
it's gonna be good.
with you and to serve this president.
Well, it's going to be great. And President Trump, I think, deserves all the credit for putting together. I think not only just here in our cabinet, we appreciate our opportunities, but also across the government, and we're looking forward to it. So let's get this signed out and let's get to work.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah, that
One more?
Oh, we got one more. All right.
you, sir.
Oh, yeah, we each get one.
Yeah, we each get a copy.
I've signed an agreement before. I should know that by now. Excellent.
So all of those out there that are serving, we're ready to serve.
Yeah, we've got your back while you're in, and then after your service stops, because it never really does. And that's our job, is to work together to serve you.
Thank you.
You got it. You got it.